would you mind just starting and telling us about yourself, even before becoming a parent, and just what led you into autism?
Sure. Yeah. No, I think like most parents, the autism was something I was aware of, before my first son was born, and I was really hoping to avoid it. Right. So I kind of, my wife and I had our first son, and he was born. Everything was going great. The issues with when he was born, perfect APGAR scores, his health seemed really good, but it was around around 13 months is when things started really changing for him. So basically, long story short, he was diagnosed eventually moderate borderline severe autism. And I think from my standpoint, it shifted everything. And I just knew that if I would have stayed the parent I was when he received that diagnosis, if I didn't make any shifts, I know for a fact he would not be the young man he is now. So that's why, for me, it is about my son, which is why autism became relevant. And I tend not even to use that term so much as because it's just is a label based on, if you check enough boxes. And I just really learned that effectively, forgetting about the label, every child has challenges and opportunities for growth. And it's a parent's job to try to discern what's happening with their child and what might be useful. So the high level summary with my son is he, compared to when he was diagnosed with moderate borderline severe autism, he's wildly unrecognizable now. The young man, the child who lost his words, and I really was convinced he would never speak, he does now talk more than anyone I know. He's a happy, joyful kid, a young man now. And I just know he would not be where he is now if I didn't shift. If I stayed in the parenting mode that I was in, how I was programmed, I think I don't think, I know he would be much in a much different situation now. So again, I'm very grateful for so much that's happened in my life, including that autism diagnosis, which was a wake up call to parent very differently and to operate with much more acceptance, love, and determination. So I know I'm kind of broad brushing it, but yes, I would not be doing this work if it wasn't for the diagnosis of my son. And I've spent, basically 16 years trying to figure out how to help parents respond in a much more powerful and effective way, which doesn't mean throwing the kitchen sink at the child. It just means shifting how you're operating in a way that helps promote connection, love, acceptance. And if your child's dealing with medical issues and challenges, and there's root causes that are going on, I think it's really useful for a parent to get clear on what those root causes might be that manifest as something that people give a label to, like autism. And if you channel your time, energy, and money on those things, progress accelerates because it's very easy for you to take your time, energy, especially, and squander it as a parent on worry, on being frustrated, on this can be a super challenging journey for many parents. And while I honor the journey that anyone's on, and it's okay to feel whatever you feel, there is a way of navigating this journey that feels much better, that feels lighter, and there's a way of channeling what you do have into actions that actually move the needle in a positive way for your child, for yourself, for your family. And that's what I'm dedicated to doing.